I was realizing, like, or what I was thinking was, it always takes a little bit to get back to the routine completely.
It does.
It always takes, like, once you kind of throw it off, because going back to a couple weeks ago, where we, instead of Thursday recording, we went and shot the teaser for Chica, which is out now, by the way. And then we shot TV Land on Saturday, and then we ended up recording on Monday. Like, just that whole kind of shift in that schedule on top of, like, work and everything else in the personal life, it's, like, almost taken to, like, just about this week or next week to kind of feel like everything's kind of back on normal routine.
Right.
Like, today's back to, like, oh, we're Thursdays again, we're hanging out.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's just one thing I was, like, realizing yesterday. I was like, because I feel like I still haven't been quite there yet, like, back to, like, the what I'm expecting every week is how it's going to kind of flow.
Getting in a routine, getting things out of your system that you're called to do and stuff like that. Sometimes you don't miss those, like, moments that the pacing gets off. It can feel like a curveball for a little while until it's back into the proper pacing.
Right. So, but I mean, I've been able to kind of do a few things again, so still not too crazy, but and I've still got, like, congestion
man,
that's the worst when it just lingers, man. Like, I feel like good, but, like, even right now my ears are popping. I've still had a little bit of a cough and just stuff I'm hacking up. I'm like, what's the deal here, man? It's been like 2 weeks.
This time of the year brings it out, man.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's like maybe it's just like the weird weather shifts that Knoxville's kind of known for. We've really been going through a lot of those
Well,
lately.
in this last week we've had 70-degree weather, 30-degree weather, snow.
Yeah, what the hell is that about?
And
it's random.
Mid-temp. We've almost had all seasons in, like, one week, and it's just like, what the hell, man?
What the hell, man? Yeah, it's just so random whenever it happens around here. It's like, 'cause it was just literally like 70, 80 degrees like a few days prior to that. So when it throws at you, it's like, wow, yeah. It's like, I don't know how to dress anymore.
Yeah, man. So
what am I supposed to do here?
Well, welcome back. We're happy to be here, and today you've put on Fargo. Yeah, man.
That's
Great choice.
That's a film that's just really been on my subconscious. As I think one that we both are very connected with in a way. We've never watched it here, so I thought this would be a great time to do it. It's just the pacing of it. It's like all the way everything's written. It's just like a very detail-oriented comedy, and it's also just like very offbeat and kind of awkward kind of feeling in its own way. Just really fits the 1990s aesthetic perfectly. It's like this perfect balance of like comedy and drama.
Yeah. Even like this part right here where he's like looking through the window about to break in, and she's just kind of like, what?
Yeah, what?
And he doesn't see her. It's just kind of just like
it's
that.
just awkward. It's off.
Yeah, this whole movie does have an awkward but great pacing to it, and it is so kind of offbeat and quirky, like, because it's kind of funny. Like, the whole thing is like kind of really funny.
The whole thing's a farce, kind of. But it also takes itself it seriously. Also,
yeah, and a very dark lens. Like, there's a dark like tone. Like, at the end of it, there's horrible stuff going on here. There's
a lot of horrible things. Yeah, This is a really dark shade of criminal activity, but it always just has. It's like kind of fast paced in its own way. Kind of quirky about how all these scenes unfold. Like this moment right here where she's like trying to escape. It's just like, wow, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like somehow it still just feels kind of over the top, even though it's really dramatic too.
I agree.
It's just the pacing of it. I mean, the way it's written. It's like a short film. It's only 90-something minutes, yet there's just so much content in this film packed in such a short time. Just one of the most momentous kind of films there is. There's always something going on that's different. It's always offbeat. You genuinely never know where it's going next. Even when you rewatch it, it feels just very unpredictable. It's like how do we get here, and how does it get to the next part? Like William H. Macy especially. And I was thinking about how it's like such a short filmography in the grand scheme, but man, his stuff is excellent. He did in the late 90s.
I think the first time I remember really watching him in a movie when I was younger was Jurassic Park 3.
That's right. That's how I first heard of him as well. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I liked him in that movie.
Me too.
And I always liked that movie. I don't know if people really like that movie or not, but I always liked it. I saw it in theaters too.
Dude, I did too.
Yeah,
I remember that. That's why I first heard that Indiana Jones theme, because of that cell phone.
Oh, really?
That was like the ringtone that would keep going off. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great one. Yeah. I remember it had like an airplane crash. I don't remember a lot of details now.
Yeah, I watched it not too long ago, and I actually just picked up a cool DVD of it at a thrift store the other day. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's like, basically they're going, because if I remember correctly, what's his name is in it, back in it again, right?
Sam Neill.
Yeah,
Sam Neill.
he's in it, and he basically they're going to go chart this island or wherever all the dinosaurs are, but they enlist in Sam Neill's help, and it's like a plane crash, and like they crash on the island, and it's basically kind of surviving. They're trying to, I think, regroup and just like survive and get out of there, and Sam Neill's just like, we fucked up. Like, this is not good. And like there's a lot going on, but it's really dramatic. It's really scary too. There's like some horrifying parts in that movie.
Yeah, those dinosaur attacks are just genuinely very terrifying. Like the whole trilogy just has a lot of terrifying moments.
Do you like The Lost World?
I do quite a bit. It's not a great movie, but I think it's very entertaining. And I think I like it better with age now that when I reflect on it, because it had so many memorable scenes. And I think like maybe when I was younger, I felt like a lot of the scenes dragged on a lot, but now it's like I don't think I would mind that because it's just really giving you like detail oriented.
Yeah, and I like the different approach to it.
I like the pacing of it. Yeah, agreed. It's like the jungle atmosphere at first, then it goes to the big city in the final act. I thought that was a really cool arc. And all the characters were really great in it. Like, I mean, if I remember, like Sam Neill was not in it, but I think like Jeff Goldblum's
the lead in that.
Yeah, that was really cool to see.
Yeah,
I'm a huge fan.
Around the time I watched that Jurassic Park 3, I just got off watching The Lost World, and so that was probably the first time in like 10 at least years, and it was a lot better than what I remember, or at least with age. I thought I was like, oh, okay, this is I like what they're doing. Is it an amazing movie? I don't think so, but it's entertaining.
It hits the spot though. Yeah, it really does. I fully agree with that. Yeah, they have the entertainment value. It's just fun watching like just the reprisal of the characters and all the attacks, all the dinosaur like attacks. You could say, just like the unpredictable nature. It's like which characters are going to survive, which ones won't. It's a big time survival story.
Yeah,
I mean a lot of high stakes, very suspenseful. Did you see the newer, like, I personally did not, but did you see anything after
I've
number
only
3?
seen the newest, just Jurassic World, the first one. I know, like, they've done the new trilogy. I think then they just did another one with, I think Gareth Edwards directed it. I don't know. I had to look at that one.
Chris Pratt still the lead in that?
Not in the newest one. Scarlett Johansson was in it, and I can't remember who else, but Chris Pratt he did, like, the 3, and Sam Neill and Jeff Goldblum came back for the third one, I think. But I haven't seen... Yeah. I can't even know all the names. I think one's the Fallen Kingdom and or something like that. But yeah, there's a Jurassic World and the second and third one. But I haven't seen any of them besides Jurassic World. And at the time when I watched it, I thought it was pretty good. Like I thought it hit just enough spots for me as a Jurassic Park fan, and modernized it. And I think it was fun. I don't think it was like amazing, but I thought it was pretty fun. And then I watched it again. I was like, I don't know if I like this. So it's just kind of like, but I don't know if it's. I'd have to rewatch it all. I'd want to watch the whole trilogy back to back. Just kind of see if like how it all stands together.
Yeah, I'd be very interested in that too. Honestly, it's been a little while since I've seen any of the sequels. The first one I've rewatched kind of recently. I love that one.
Oh yeah, I do just need to revisit all of them.
They're all great movies.
They're all great. And I mean, you can't really go wrong with dinosaurs in a movie.
You really can't. Just as much as like sharks, man. I just feel like dinosaurs are equally just a fantastic villain to put it as a villain, a main villain sort of character.
You remember when you said sharks are villains?
Yeah.
In the Straight Tools podcasting? That was one of my favorite clips of that show.
Oh, man. That's what
all the villains of the ocean.
The villains of the ocean. Seriously, man. It's like because the movies traumatize you so much, and it's like, damn, I have to think of that.
Well, Jaws never really traumatized me. I thought it was kind of scary or jarring when I was first seeing it when I was a kid, but really the first shark movie that actually messed me up was is it Deep Blue Sea with
That's right. Everybody tell me that.
Or no, not Deep Blue Sea. Is it one with Samuel Jackson?
I think that is Deep Blue
Sea.
Sea.
Deep Blue
I'm pretty
Sea?
sure that's correct.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking of Open Water.
Yeah.
I wanted to see that. I just picked that one up too, but I haven't seen it.
I read about that a lot growing up. Sounds like experimental.
Yeah.
I think it's like a one take deal or like one. It's all in real time.
I think it's all set in the water like that.
Yeah, it sounds disturbing.
But yeah, it does. But Deep Blue Sea was kind of like, oh wow, I think that was like sharks were kind of scary at that point.
Yeah,
just like that survival and
it's just unpredictable.
Man versus shark.
It's just kind of scary how unpredictable they are. It's like wow, they could just fly out and just eat you at any time. It feels like in these movies.
Yeah, they just sneak up too. They're just like, I couldn't even imagine if I saw a shark around me. I'd be like, oh my god,
I know, dude. I don't know what.
But
yeah,
ocean scares me. I don't want to. I just like shallow ocean.
It's like it feels so like isolated. It's like, dude, it's horribly like. Just imagine being straight in the middle of an ocean where just any animals under you. Yeah, I don't like that feeling.
And
it's
just
like it's
seeing
too much.
Nothing for all space around you.
Ooh.
And just that constant fluid motion.
It sounds like madness.
It does, and it sounds so scary. I would just I feel like you would go crazy.
I feel like you'd inevitably go insane. There are a couple of movies that makes me think of is The Lighthouse for one, and then like the story of Titanic also. Like,
I need to rewatch The Lighthouse, and Titanic is pretty terrifying too.
Yeah, it is terrifying
in the sense of you're just in the middle of the ocean. And
yeah,
sinking.
Like, that's almost the epitome of what we're saying. It's like that's a horrifying scenario to be stranded like that, in a shipwreck, like just no land anywhere near. You don't know what's underneath. Imagine the water just being like freezing cold, and that's going on. Like that's a nightmare, dude. That's actually a nightmare. That sounds like hell.
Yeah. It was hell.
Yeah. It's like ice hell.
I can't even imagine.
Hell on ice.
Hell on ice.
Shit. Yeah, man, hitting those icebergs and all. But, Titanic's a freaky one. And then, what was the other one I had mentioned a moment ago before that?
Deep Blue Sea?
The Deep Blue Sea, yeah.
Oh.
Or, we're talking about Jaws in general. Just the idea of being stranded in the middle of the ocean.
Sharks, I think, in general, was how we got there. Just how it's just kind of terrifying.
It's not a pleasant thought to be stranded like that. Oh, Jurassic Park also. I think
and dinosaurs. That's what
just dinosaurs as well. I guess dinosaurs and sharks in their own kind of way. But.
Well, they're both kind of like prehistoric creatures. So they are. But it's just like sharks stem, I think, from prehistoric. So it's just like they are just like this fierce, powerful being in an environment you are not, in control of and could die from easily. So, very scary, but cool, fun things. Another, like what about like alligators or crocodiles?
Oh that sounds terrifying too.
Like the movie. Did you ever see? I think it's called Crawl. Sam Raimi, I think, helped.
Oh, really? That's what I was going to bring up. Sam Raimi. Here.
Oh, really?
Pretty soon. That's cool.
But yeah, he did like a
I never heard of that one.
Like a crocodile horror movie.
Really?
I think there's Lake Placid too. Lake Placid, the cover used to scare me whenever I was a kid because I just at the time I don't know why that image terrified me more than like other things I've seen. But I thought Lake Placid was very scary on cover. I haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure it's just really campy and bad CGI. But I don't know. So, but yeah, I love the monster like kind of creature feature aspect on like regular kind of like animals or things.
I do too, man. No, I really like that stuff a lot. And I'm trying to actually think on my mind if I've seen a crocodile or alligator type of horror movie before. I don't know if I have actually, but that sounds like very appealing. That sounds like an appealing aesthetic.
Crawl is kind of cool because it's like during like a hurricane or something like that, and the house, like everyone's getting evacuated, but like the whole thing, like the whole town floods, and this girl gets trapped in her house, and it's flooded, and a crocodile gets in, and it's just like. Yeah, it's pretty intense from there. Yeah,
that's intense.
Yeah, so I don't. I'd have to rewatch that. At the time when I watched it, I don't think I was. I might not have been into it because I just kind of walked away okay with that. But or that it was not all that.
Yeah, I loved watching a lot of Steve Irwin stuff. That's kind of where I got my crocodile stuff back in the day. So, I've not seen the horror. I'm not ventured into the horror side though. I really want to.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great villain. Maybe I can see one of us making a crocodile horror movie or someday.
I think it'd be cool to make any sort of
horror monster
feature, movie, which I've tried to before, with like Passenger and stuff. But just something where it is just kind of like people up against raw survival instincts against something animalistic that they can't they don't know how to fight against, or so all they can do is run and hide and try to fight
stuff
back.
Like The Thing kind of provokes that.
I haven't watched The Thing in so long.
That's what I think about a lot lately. That's one of my all-time favorites. And if I recall correctly, didn't we all see that in theaters back in the day? Did we not?
The Thing?
Yeah, maybe it was me and John. I think
the original one. Did they do like a screening?
They did a screening a long time ago.
The only time I've ever seen it was
maybe you and I weren't. It wasn't me and you doing that.
No, I didn't see it in theaters. The only time I seen it, I think, was maybe around the time we met. Or before that, 2016 maybe. I can't remember if it was me. I don't know. Either way, I've only seen it one time.
Right on.
And I was.
That one really gets better every viewing because that's like a really subtle one. That's a perfect take on just survival instinct in general. Just isolation out in the middle of Antarctica. That sounds frightening. Like just trapped around like ice. Just you could freeze up. Like it's below freezing basically. Yeah, and it's literally a survival instinct. Just like this creature turns invisible, just takes out it's like scientists that are up there basically. Like that's a really intense scenario. It's almost a similar formula to the movie Alien. Actually, almost the exact same formula, but a totally fresh way of looking at it, all the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's Gracie and scientists who are like it's like they're professionals and they're up against something that they can't understand. It's like wow, what do you do when that happens? It's like hell breaks loose basically.
Yeah,
it's all that could happen from there. Atmospheric as it gets. Like I love the lighting in those movies. They're extremely colorful and lighting.
It's John Carpenter.
Yep, John
right?
Carpenter.
I mean, he's a. a master of just suspense.
He's a genius, dude.
Yeah, and just the way he puts things together. So
seriously, it's
yeah, I got to rewatch it. I don't think Wendy's seen it. I know she wanted to, so that'll probably be on our list this year to check out.
Great one. Yeah, that's one I always want to rewatch. It always seems a little better and better with the passing time.
Yeah.
I'd say because I think survival instinct is a great topic to explore in general, and I love that approach on the horror genre very much. Which that fits in with 1980s like horror. I think I've realized that's literally a topic I need to get better at this year. And I think I'm going to push myself to check out like the series of stuff like Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
that's one of my biggest weakest links is I've always seen the first of like all those series. So
yeah, they're worth checking out, man. I really just recommend just like sticking to one just to kind of get through all of those and then see where you are with that, because I think they thankfully they all have so many movies. It's fun to just like jump into like one character and like stick with their set for now. Like I always like to rotate from like Friday the 13th to like Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street. Just kind of which season am I going to watch? Of these movies, because they're even fun just to have on the background. So
yeah, dude, absolutely.
Scream, I always typically watch. Like I'll watch the Scream series, usually every year along with them, because Scream there's like 7 of them, but at the time. There's always usually like 3 or 4, or there's like 4 of them for a while, and now there's 5 and 6. But it's like the first 3 are fun to kind of just like put on, even 4 sometimes. But the first one, the original is absolutely the goat.
Yeah, the first one's amazing in that.
Yeah.
Like, I love the first Scream very much. I can't wait to see the. I've never seen any sequel in that.
Oh yeah, you haven't seen 2?
Yeah, I've literally not seen any. I know that's what I'm saying. That's a weak link of mine. I got to catch up on all that.
2 is great.
I want to get there this year.
3's okay. Like. Some people really like. I don't know. Like I think 3 is fun in its own way, but it's definitely just not as like 1 and 2 are magic. I think 2 is really good. 4 I thought was amazing. Like Wes Craven came back and did 4,
Nice.
and I think that one's like true to nature plus modernized in a great way, and the kills are brutal. So 4 was pretty good. 5 and 6 were the newer ones, and I thought they were pretty fun and great kill sequences, but they, I don't think they have the charm of the originals. But then they started bringing all the legacy characters back. I haven't seen 7. There's a lot of controversy around 7, and I just I'm not articulate enough to get into all that. So I'm like, well, I still want to see it.
Yeah. I want to go through all that and just have thoughts on it by the end of this year.
Yeah.
Next year's, I think you're boom out.
What's that? Oh yeah.
Yeah, and another one I really want to get into is I've been reflecting on how much I love Friday the 13th, the first one. Are you big into that series?
I love Friday the 13th.
Dude, that first movie is amazing. I'm like, dude, I love the directing, and that really gets the slasher atmosphere down wonderfully.
Yeah.
So I really want to get to those sequels.
Yeah, 4, 5, and 6 are actually my favorite installments of Friday the 13th. I just really love that little trilogy storyline that they've got going on in there. But yeah, the whole series as a whole is probably the most, I think, kind of comforting fun to me. Like it's just the aesthetic value alone is really great. Jason just like he has so many different looks to him throughout the whole series too. It's really cool to kind of just see what kind of Jason we're getting, in this movie. The only ones that really aren't that great. I mean, the later ones definitely start kind of going downhill. But Jason Goes to Hell was never one I really cared for. But I really like Jason Takes Manhattan, and Jason X is very as campy as it can be, but it's kind of awesome too. It's
Yeah,
so
that sounds awesome.
And of course, Freddy vs. Jason. Have you seen that one?
I've seen bits of it. I need to finish it.
It kicks ass, man.
I'm
It's
really
a
interested
like,
in
early
picking that one up.
2000s fun, campy slasher movie. But it's just, but you've got literally Jason and Freddy in it, and Robert Englund, and it's just like, oh man, it's just so good.
Yeah, I remember watching that on a camping trip growing up, and I didn't finish it back then. So I was like, wow, I really need to get to
I
that
really
one.
think it's ahead of its time.
Yeah, I can see it. I love Alien versus Predator, so it sounds like it'd be in
Yeah.
that kind of vein.
It is. It's like it's ahead of its time in a way where it's like we're not going to get that anytime soon. We haven't gotten it in over 20 years, and
Yeah.
it's just kind of
So that 2000, the early 2000s brand of like horror
or whatever
filmmaking.
year it came out, but definitely 20 years. But it's just like, that brand, like it's not that easy to just make a crossover movie like that with these two characters and have legacy actors behind them, and then also just have as fun. Movies aren't just made like that anymore. I don't know. So
You really don't see it like that. I agree with that. Somehow it fizzled. It's like it was very influenced by a lot of like 80s, 90s, almost arcade kind of atmosphere, and it just really took its own kind of brand.
It is like arcade-ish, man. And he literally plays pinball with Jason in the movie. He's like, he gets him in his dream world, and he's just like his dream realm, and Jason's like getting all fucked up by Freddy. He's like throwing him around everywhere, hitting him on things, and then he's playing pinball. He's like, it's crazy. He like makes him drown while he's standing there. It's crazy. So, but it's not a great movie at all by any standard, but it's a really fun.
It's just entertaining, yeah, extremely entertaining. I mean, those movies are just really fun to get into. So I need to finish that one. That's a nice memory from what I've seen.
And I think it's cool because you actually don't need to watch all the movies. You can just jump right into it. They do a great recap of like who Freddy and Jason are, throughout the whole movie. So
yeah, fully agreed with that.
Kind of does its own original thing, which is really appreciated. It's like, oh yeah, this makes perfect sense in these two franchises' story.
Yeah,
how they could combine this,
for sure.
So, but yeah, man. I don't know, all that stuff. I definitely recommend. It's good spooky season, just fun stuff to get through.
For sure.
Watch.
But yeah, man, as a point I wanted to really get into is if you're open to it, just if you want to go year by year through your filmography ever since 2016, and maybe in a nutshell chart what you maybe got out of that year art creatively moving forward. 'Cause it seems like every year, like when I break down your journey, it's like every year you've kind of transformed as an artist. I'd be kind of curious to hear you break down maybe a little bit of what made every year stand out as different to you.
Well, I don't know, man. It's been such a weird journey. I mean, it's 10 years this year to think, like, looking back and being like, wow, it's like ever since the first movie and now look at what we're trying to do now or what we've done. I don't know. It's just, but I think I don't know. The first few years were all about kind of, like 2016 was really about discovering myself. It really was. I just was going to a dark place. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what I was doing, and didn't like what I was doing. And then I just kind of got really inspired through watching like Jim Carrey. I watched Jim Carrey, that quote that he there's a cool video about it, and
it's an ultimate quote right there.
Yeah, and he just Dream Up a Good Life is the video I'm referring to, and then that and just kind of reflecting on life, and I was just like alone, so I really just like learned to love myself and really think about like the past, the present, the future, and just who I wanted to be. And then I just got inspired okay, well, I might as well make this the best life I can possibly do. And it's like, I hate the news, I'm getting out of this. And I was like, and then that story I've always said, which is like I saw the Knoxville Horror Film Festival, and that's kind of where it got me to get inspired to make a movie, because I was just new to Knoxville. I have a film background, with at ETSU, and the love of movies growing up and making them and stuff like that. And I just really was like, I wanted to always make movies after college, but I just never did. I just threw myself in the real world, and didn't know what I thought. You needed all this money and equipment and all this stuff, and it's just like I just didn't do anything for 2.5 years. And then I finally was just like, I'm gonna make a movie. Fuck it. I want to do this. Maybe I should make a horror film to get into this. And I just kind of restarted learning, and I got all this. I used my tax refund to get like a small kit, and just kind of went from there. And that's how the first movie came about. So that first year was really like exciting to discover all that, and inspirational, and it was challenging and scary, but at the same time it was really fulfilling. I just had like the most fulfilling time. And then we got in the festival, and that just kind of really opened up my world a little bit. And Frank, of course, is my little bug in my ear too, just like my me and him, we always chat each other up about ideas and things like that. So he was we were talking about potential, because the Stranger kind of opened up this whole narrative world too. Strange films, we were like, what should we call it? I remember just like, we should just call it Strange Films, because we had the Stranger as the character. And I was like, I think that's fun. And then so just kind of we already set ourselves up for like this brand, but didn't have any plan of action. We just kind of was like, but all that to say, Frank was already getting his own ideas. I was getting my own ideas. We got in, and then it just started kind of feeling like, well, now what? And he was already working on Center City, And that's what got me to Philly in the first part of 2017 and made Center City. And then it just started going from there, man. You start thinking, oh, wow, you can do anything. And, like, you can just make these movies. And Strange Films became this, like, brand right away, just to be like, oh, and then this connects here, this connects here. Well, that's what we were just trying to have fun with and connect. And social media started really being a thing. And so my excitement in 2017 started really pushing me in the direction of, I just want to make movies, you know, like Center City, Passenger, and I think I made The Sound of You and Me. I don't know if you remember that one.
I do. Yeah, the drama.
Yeah, and I think I did like 2 music videos. And then 2018 was like my big boom. I got so confident and so excited. I think the connections we were making already so fast, along with me and Frank's like drive, we just took it to the next level. We pushed out Cindy's birthday party, Butch. We did no, Butch was 2017. Sorry, we did Cindy's birthday party. The Woman, The Driver, kind of came out in 2019, I think. But either way, we started shooting all this stuff, and like I think we did like some of our first events.
That's a busy one.
I did 10 music videos. I mean, I did like all kinds of stuff, but I burnt myself out bad. I went to LA and I went to Philly multiple times. I just did all this stuff. I was all over the place, and things got really exciting. And then I think I got burnt out. Kind of started reeling back a little bit. And 2019 was kind of I think another growing pain year for me. Scaled back on a lot of stuff, but we were still working on, like, I think we did Happy Mother's Day. We finished The Driver. We started Center City 2. Subject came out that year.
Right.
And kind of, I think I just started slowing down, and then that's where in 2020 came in. I think we started feeling confident again, and we pushed out Pandora, and we were shooting Center City 2. Me and you went to Philly, and then COVID hit, and then that's when everything just changed, you know. I don't know about you, but that just kind of, I don't know. It feels like that first 2016 to 2020 time frame, and you were a part of like at least half of that.
Yeah.
I think it feels almost like a dream or a reality that doesn't exist anymore.
It really does.
You know?
I'm sincerely feeling the same way in a sense. It feels like there was something there that, it's like, wow, it feels so different than that era somehow.
Like the air feels different, the world feels different, and it was. There was a lot different. There wasn't as scary shit that's going on today, you know, the back then, but it was just.
There was
just
more of a
feels
purity
like,
about it. It does seem like very.
Yeah.
It seems like a special time now.
There was a purity about it. There was a very nostalgic place in there, and
fully agreed.
You know, I feel like all those films that came out that exploded out of all that was very kind of almost naive and youthful in their own ways.
I get nostalgic when I look at those movies, man. I really do. I think like I think I get like a heavy sense of underground aesthetic out of those films, and I think when I see that, it's like, man, like I think that's almost like the grab you have about yourself. You're just adventurous about an underground sort of way of looking at the world with those movies. You know, and I've been feeling like that with like Happy Mother's Day, Cindy's birthday party. You're watching those makes me feel very nostalgic now, and I almost can't explain it exactly. I think it's a feeling you captured that almost seems like it's distinctive to that time, and it doesn't feel that way now. Almost,
there's something about those movies now that they feel like such a different chapter of the world and my life, and there's so much content in those 4 years. It's like, it's kind of like you said, like this weird underground explosion of content, and what Strange Films started out as, and where I was as a filmmaker and things. So there's, but it doesn't feel. It feels like I can't ever get that again. I feel like that's such a different like history part, where now looking at things too, artistically and creatively, I wouldn't, if I could redo all those movies, I would do them differently, you know, way different. And I would really put some focus into a lot of details. I like to slow things down now so I can take my time and make sure I'm getting exactly what I want and I think the story deserves, you know, out of it. A lot of those things were very quick, very fast-paced, one-man band. You know, that's how I like to roll. You know, I always shot everything, directed and edited and sound and whatever I needed to do, you know, to get these things done. So there's a there's something about that feeling that I always want to get, and TV Land is really fulfilling that. So that's cool. But I just feel like I can't. I think that's also another part of TV Land where it's like I'm just trying to recapture what I know I was like set out to do and that I can do. Like that adventurer in me that just says, no, man, I'm not going to let all this stuff define me or whatever. It's like when it comes to the end of the day, my love for filmmaking is this, and I'll carry all that with me just to plant the flag and just say, okay, there you go. So, so yeah, I think those first 4 years were very, I think, transformative in a way. Then you get 2020 where we did The Lion's Den.
Yeah, that's right. That's a big one.
And I think The Lion's Den is the first chapter of what comes next.
Agreed. I fully agree with that. Yeah, you did kind of start a new chapter with that one.
Well, and then if you look at The Lion's Den compared to the films before that, there's a different kind of writing to it and a pacing to it.
Yeah.
I think there's a really, I think there's some of my longer shots in that.
Yeah.
And the more like I really focus on the script, like there's that aha moment that I remember having when I was writing the script where it was like, she needs to be the sister of the monster to make it personal, to make that like, oh, kind of feeling. And I just feel like that movie started, I think, because the next thing that came out after that was Raven. And then it just starts kind of getting really, the stakes are kind of getting a little bit more personal and higher, and I think quality was getting better.
Yeah, like more ambitious. Like you were more consistently ambitious about them. The ensemble cast, you were like, I mean, you were always doing that with Center City, but you were like finding a kind of bringing it to Knoxville, I feel like, with a lot of these films your own way.
Yeah, well, you learn a lot, and you learn how to, and then people see you work. I mean, putting all that work out for a long time really gets you noticed in random places, and a lot of people just start, wanting to connect and work with you. So it's kind of all this. I'm very fortunate enough to be able to cast a lot of people and get a lot of things I'm looking for in a movie because people just want to help out and be a part of it. So Raven was really cool, and Philly is our side too. So we're working 2 home bases at the same time. So it's kind of getting a little bit more ambitious. And then He Comes to Kill is 2022, and I think that really was another just leaps and bounds kind of a movie. I don't even realize how I did it or what what was even happening.
Like, what possessed you when you were making that kind of thing? Yeah,
just that dry. I mean, also I'm kind of fresh off being a father too. Augie's like a year and a half. I think again it was just kind of like I got to reclaim. I want to be a filmmaker and still make something. But I was working the 9 to 5 and everything was kind of like I was much more grounded in family work life than filming. So I think I just wanted to make a movie, but I was like, well, I have weekends off and I'm making pretty good money. So I was like, I'm just going to fund this movie and shoot every weekend and I got a little ambitious with it. I was trying to just make like my own version of like Halloween, essentially a little slasher, but it was cool. I really, really like that process. I'm very nostalgic for He Comes to Kill also.
That is a big one. Agreed.
The filming and the planning and just doing everything in a big scale of things. I thought that was I think it was executed pretty well for the most part. And then
I love that. It was like the ensemble cast. The way you like presented all the characters was brilliant.
Yeah, I don't know why I feel like I can't do that again. I don't. It was like feels like almost like one of those things you throw things on the wall and really stick.
I know what you mean. Also, because I kind of realized that with the screenplay of Reverie, I was like, I couldn't even write that now. It's like, well, I think sometimes there was like something in the air in 2021, 2022 that was like, I think it woke up something different. Yeah, it seems like, wow, I can't. It feels so different than that now.
Yeah,
I can't even explain it. There was a rush in the air.
That's what I'm saying. It's like there's a very strange feeling of excitement to kind of be like. I think that's when COVID was really kind of letting loose a little bit, or things were all like almost kind of getting back to normal for the most part.
Yeah.
So I think everyone's just kind of like, all right, well, let's get back to it.
Yeah,
I think that's how I was too, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but then 23 was The Gifted, man, and this is where Frank's like writing and producing really has been the main focus for the last 3 years. The Gifted, and we did Original Sin in 24, and then Cho in 25. I feel like I'm missing one. What am I missing? I don't know. I think I've done random.
Gifted, Original Sin.
Well, yeah, Original Sin was in 24. because we filmed all of on The Gift in 23. It didn't come. We didn't premiere until 24. But while we were premiering it, we shot Original Sin. Didn't premiere Original Sin until the very end of 24 on Christmas.
Right.
And I did Piglet Rising. That's what it was. Yeah. And 24 was Piglet Rising. I had that little Night Seekers little, mockery thing. It wasn't even a mockery. It was an experiment. It was something I was wanting to try to do, and kind of a test and fail, but at the same time learn something from it. And I really actually like what came out of it. It's just not enough to be its own thing, not at this point. So, and then 25 was Cho, and then during Cho, I think I started shooting TV Land, and we did The Body.
The Body, that was a good one.
I was thinking about that the other night, dude. I was wanting to rewatch it.
Love that one.
But no, I think these last 3 years have been, but it's also, it's a strange thing, man, because I'm also very, I'm too close to it, so it's a mix of emotions, but I am very grateful for the slowed down pace of things, because I had to learn a lot as a creator and a father and a person, and just how the world is and what life is, and I just, a lot of ego was there and I had to fix and figure out, and then a lot of self-love again, and a lot of things, and love for a lot of things. So I just really appreciate the slowed down part of it, because it also helped me really strategize as a filmmaker to make, because I think The Gifted, I like how it is, but I think it's a kind of technical mess for me, because I did it all again. That was my movie, my aha moment, where I was like, I can't just keep shooting these big movies by myself.
Right.
I can't be the DP and the director and this and that. It's just so much.
Can't do everything. Yeah.
So it's a technical mess, but I think it came out pretty well.
I think it's its own wonder. Yeah, it's amazing.
It's okay. It's an interesting movie. I actually need to rewatch it. It's an interesting movie.
It's great, dude. I love the way you pace it daily.
Yeah. I think the heart's definitely there for sure. But I like it. And then Original Sin, though, I don't know. I think I kind of, because I still shot the movie because I had to. I was out in Vegas by myself. We didn't have money to hire a DP, especially when I didn't know. So I got out there and I just shot it myself. But I think I just really went. I really wanted to pace it to a slow degree. I really wanted to pace out shots. I really wanted to get scenic with it and stuff. And I don't know. I think the Original Sin shot so much better than The Gifted. I think the first one. So I don't know. What do you think between the contrasts? Do you think there's a difference of quality, or at least directing?
I would say they definitely feel different. That's a great thought, actually.
Maybe it's just the aesthetic of Vegas.
I think the aesthetic has shifted. Yeah, no, I think that's a lot of it. It's the first one does have a distinctively more of a northern kind of tone, while the second one does feel very western. So
yeah,
the atmosphere is very different in those two.
Yeah,
I feel like they're both equal in quality to me personally. I think the first one, it was a lot. I guess they both kind of have a lot of moments that take place in one location. I noticed it's like the first one, for example, The Gift is the whole house party, contrasted the Original Sin. It's all these scenes out in the desert, and then going into that restaurant and just kind of living it up a little bit. It's they're both very different from each other in tone, but I think they have a similar kind of spirit behind making them in a sense as well. Do you feel like you felt more confident behind one of the two, or?
I think I felt more confident with Original Sin. Yeah. But I feel like I had to, though, because I was like, this is I'm going out to Las Vegas to people I don't know, industry people, and, just all these, we had so many people fly out to Vegas with us. It's just all these people are relying on me to make this movie. So there was kind of this added, I got to give this my best shot and make it look like I know what I'm doing, because everything I'm just kind of I'm just figuring it out in real time.
Yeah.
But, so I think there was a lot more confidence going into that, but I was very nervous. I was very, very nervous doing it. The Gifted, the first part was the same kind of feeling, but not as intense. It's just, I don't know. It was I think I started getting overwhelmed in the middle of The Gifted throughout it, but either way, they're both, that was a really interesting experience, I think, because it was after The Gifted went Piglet Rising. That's when Lucas Dunn got on to, as a DP, and that just turned out so cool, man.
Seriously, dude.
It's a movie I don't like to talk about too much, just because all the drama behind it. But that movie did come out really cool.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah, and that set kind of the new, like, I just really need to make sure I'm getting the right people to work on my stuff that elevate my vision, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, Cho was, I don't know, I think it's the most polished film to date. I think, you know, it's like the movie that makes it look like a movie.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You ever go back and rewatching that one some lately? And that one just has a unique sort of effect all around. Like, I feel like the tone does feel like a shift, maybe in a way, like it's almost like you're even more slow paced and like taking in details more and more. Like, there's like I almost get a calm when I watch it, even though it's kind of chaotic in moments.
Yeah,
there's a calmness to the way you convey it overall.
Yeah.
It's a unique kind of urban tone you have with that whole film. It's great, dude.
Yeah, I really, really love how that came out. I mean, and that was, and my hat's off to Frank, because that was the best produced project he's given so far.
Absolutely.
And he really took his time on the details also, and that meant a lot, because it makes my job easier, you know. We had a couple moments, but other than that, you know, it was a good shoot, you know, and it's been doing really great. Like, I really love the results of it. Kenny, he's our biggest, like, supporter on that movie, and he loves it too, because he's the lead in that, and he just did a cool reaction video for
I need to check that out.
Yeah, you should check it out. His friend Katie's on there, and they just do a whole, like, watch through, and she reacts. It's her first time watching, and he's doing, like, commentary, telling some stories, and
that's awesome.
he does, like, a discussion about the movie after and things. It's cool. It's cool. He edits it really, really well. It's fun to watch.
That's cool, dude.
So shout out Kenny. But yeah, man. I think that's kind of where I'm at now, because I don't really want to say that I know where I'm at as a director still yet. I'm just kind of like, I just know I really know how I want to kind of convey my shots and storytelling now, though. A little bit more, like, at least more confident in that, you know. So TV Land, that's why there's gonna be a lot of long takes there. Like, there's a lot of long takes.
So you're just like the kind of savor the moment, kind of like
yeah. But I don't want to, you know, there's a balance of that. You got to really kind of balance it out. I don't want it to be, like, stiff or anything like that.
Right,
so,
exactly.
So you got to keep the momentum.
Keep the momentum
moving,
going. Exactly. Yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah, I think it's great to not have that stiff energy. Like, be slow paced, but it almost has like a wonder about it. Like, it's necessary to the world building.
Yes.
It's sort of what it is. That
absolutely.
makes it feel not stiff. I think it's stiff if it just feels aimless, but it doesn't feel aimless. It feels like you have a direction in every moment.
There's a reason. Yeah.
There's always a reason to have it that way.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now, man. I mean, it's just been a weird journey. It's but I'm starting to feel like the confidence is kind of getting more exciting, but I have to really be tame with it, you know.
Yeah.
I just kind of, like, have to really remind myself, like, don't ever just jump headfirst. Just dip your toes and slowly get in the water with anything that you want to do project wise. Just kind of pace it out at a healthy rate for yourself.
Exactly,
you know?
dude. That's super cool. You seem like you, like, slow down more and more, smell the roses more and more with this project.
Yeah. So, I mean, Chica is a long journey ahead, and we're really about to kick that off with, you know, crowdfunding and all this stuff, you know, that moves forward with that and the lead up to the project. But I'm still in the middle of shooting TV Land, so we've got at least 4 more things, you know, kind of have to film, and that's finally wrapped. But that's going to be a project to edit for a minute, because there's a lot of detail I'm trying to pack into that. So
absolutely.
So there's like that, and, you know, I have these really, really interesting ideas I want to pursue, and I have to just be like, okay, well, they're going to come at the right time, because I can't just, like, oh, let's start something else, you know. I got to just kind of take what I got and finish it out.
Take it piece at a time. Exactly. Yeah. You got that right, man. You know, and it's great to do it that way, because, you know, I think I heard you over saying that you were, like, going through a really big transformation while making this TV Land. It sounds like that's really cool. Just it sounds like you really are kind of going through something that'll kind of set you up perfectly for all these projects and all these callings that you have in you to pursue. And, you know, and even just thinking about, like, previous screenplays you've shared with me, I feel like you're gonna, like, really look at those and just appeal to that energy and rush. Like, really thinking a lot about Donnie and the Dry Heavers, for example.
I like that one.
I feel like that's something to be extraordinarily proud of. And I think we talked recently about how, like, you almost realize how cool that kind of story is whenever you get some distance away from it for a little while. Then you go back and read it. It's like, wow, what was I on to? It almost feels like something you were possessed by something
Yeah,
mysterious
I
at
know.
the time.
I
You
know. I'm like, I feel like I can't write that now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just, it's so.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
It's so wild, I have a few screenplays like that where I'm like that and Inertia that I'm like I just really want to see these come to life one day because I spending years away from them and then looking back you're like, wow, that's pretty fun. That's like really really cool. I like
Yeah.
it's very original, but
Yeah.
yeah, I want to be able to be in the right place to do that one day.
yeah. Dude, I absolutely agree. When the
So-
time calls for it, man, that'll be a great one to make. I just,
Yeah,
I'll-
it looks like you've been taking some extra time for yourself too.
big time. I really take extra time. Yeah, I like to be very. I'm just very slow paced about it. I think I'm going about things at a particular time.
Well, how's your film journey? I mean, you've made now 4 or 5.
Yeah, I guess I've made technically all included about 7 so far.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I've started with like Hidden
I know
Places.
Hidden Place. Yeah, let's go through them.
Yeah. So Hidden Places, that was 2017. And
Yes.
yeah, that was when I really started. I think I had been wrestling for a few years. Like I've got all this film knowledge, but am I really a film director? I don't know. Yada yada. But then I found out, okay, I'm a film director. I got it. Yeah. And then I think that was Then from there on, I kind of found my film community in the late 2010s, as we were saying. That feels like a very near and dear time.
Yeah.
Kind of a mythical feeling when I look back on it now. And that built up to making Cadence in 2020.
Yep.
I got mixed up with a few crew members that you'd been working with on Pandora, like Joshua Carey, or on DP. Met some actors. So I met great Casterline at the time. We got involved with like Joe Casterline, getting to know all them.
Oh yeah.
Making that was a big step because we made that down to the keyhole. I think that was when I really got my bones as just a confident kind of director. I found my aesthetic and just the way I like to pace things out and tell in every sense of the word. So yeah, then after that is when I wrote this like really epic, ambitious like story called Reverie, which I'm building up to. Like still, I'm building up to making that throughout this year. And I wrote that back in 2021. Just really, I guess I was onto something very prophetic, like trying to make this attempting to make it very David Lynchian. And then I think I finished it, and it's like, dude, I think fate told me to just give this like 5 years. Like, just really, really take my time to make this as great as it can be, And I think like right now, I started just looking at the sources, just. I guess a lot of it is just feeling perfectly down to earth about it. I think when you have stories that larger than life and that big, I have a tendency to feel very disconnected from reality from it. And I think it's like sometimes that kind of scares me a little bit in a weird way. I almost need to get kind of more comfortable with that and just maybe feel like I'm still connected to reality and with these kind of stories whenever I'm making them, if that makes sense. I think that's what I've been kind of going through with the Reverie story all this time, and just like kind of just 100% having my bones together as a surrealist artist. And then lastly, just I want to have the finance to just 100% pull this off and just make sure it's a great set all around. Make sure everyone's paid, everyone's fed, just everything about it just is a great process.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember back and rereading the screenplay. Yeah, now it's like, wow. It's like, I think at the time, like, something was just telling me not to make it. I think I had to make something else, so I ended up making Fallacy in 2023.
That's right.
I think I shuffled around for a few years. It feels very surreal when I look back on it. 'Cause it's like, a lot of it was just kind of a lot of shuffling around, but I think a lot of that was just necessary in the identity sense.
Fallacy it's a very, I don't know what make heads
It's a weird one. It's a weird one. It's seriously, I think it was me abandoning it because it's like what happens is like I get the lead in my film side, and then it's like I have a music side of me too that kind of is almost dominating me.
Yeah, it did seem like your music side was trying to take over.
It was like I couldn't help it. It's like, wow, I honestly feel like it's like almost organically. I'm like, this is where I really got it down the most. It feels like in a weird way. So I think I just had to make a movie about it in a way. So that's I guess cool. Fallacy was me just looking at the music side of things and almost trying to find the humanity in it in a lot of ways. Because I think the music side of me just like, wow, it has a very antisocial tendency. So I think I needed to make a movie to kind of just explore why is that? Why do I see these things? So I just kind of needed to see like a band kind of getting together and almost just kind of having a weird kind of downfall almost in character arc. And I was just kind of my way of just looking at a lot of it. I was thinking about that the other day too. It's like that was kind of a very interesting sort of phase whenever I made that.
Yeah.
It made me think a lot about just like, I'm a bassist. So I worked like that was one of my old friends who was also a bassist, Parker Highsmith. That was like I haven't seen him or talked to him in years, but that was like a great bonding connection at the time. And I would love to pick up with that guy sometime. Just a mutual. Another bassist. I was like, yeah, this is actually tough to find, but I thought all that was really cool looking back on it. And I filmed the keyhole some again. And I think from there I just really was able to kind of find my bones as just a more ambitious kind of filmmaker from there. I think I had to make that in order to feel a little more comfortable with being ambitious. Like I guess with the extent of ambition that I'm capable of portraying with everything. That was a big one right there. And then I had a phase throughout 2024, 2025 where I made a couple of shorts. I made 3 short films.
Yeah, Guidance Devils.
Yep, Guidance Devils is the big one. Think about that. It's probably
what's the new one? Obsolete.
Obsolete.
And then what was the other one?
And it was A Missing Person, which I entered a 7-day film festival.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
I think I got to go at my own pace. It's better when I'm at my own pace.
Right,
but
yeah.
I'm still glad I did it. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I worked with Kaiser on that one. Yeah, that was a good one. It was like 7 minutes and just kind of a thriller set in one room, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But I think of all those, probably I love Guidance Devils and Obsolete, kind of equally in a sense.
They're both. Those are my favorite of yours, both of those.
And
I think each one in their own unique, different way.
Yeah, dude.
John is fantastic, and Lucas too. But
seriously,
I really loved watching John's performance in Guidance Devils.
Seriously,
and I think Obsolete is your most technical and like storytelling wise. I think it's your best.
Yeah,
I think it's a cool. I don't know, man. You do a really great. You do both those movies kind of feel dreamy in a weird way.
Yeah,
like
that's
real,
what's
kind
up.
of like a weird like. Is this really happening? Kind
it
of.
Feels
thing,
kind of surreal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guidance Devils is a little darker. Obsolete. It's almost I feel like it's kind of like light and dark.
Yes,
I would say
it's
a little bit of both.
I really like Tony Hack the horror
Dude,
show.
I love Hack in that, man.
And Kaiser. I mean,
They're so great
you have
in
a
that.
great like little ensemble at the end there. You know,
Right on, man. It means a lot.
Cool, man.
It was just a bunch of actors I've met with you in strange films. I was just like, man, these just actors I just really want to work with. I got to work with Joe for the first time, getting to work with Kaiser, Cody Kitts, like all those, and like, Tony, like all those guys were just amazing. And I just thought that that was a great set all around. Just getting to kind of get to the chaotic side of things, particularly filming at the castle, the Greenback Castle area.
I still when I watch it, I'm always trying to figure out. I'm like, do I know exactly what's going on in this? Like, it's because that's you tell things in a very interesting way. Where again, it kind of feels like a dreamy scenario that's happening, like almost like a reality but not reality.
Yeah, it feels a little distorted in a sense. Yeah, exactly. I think that's what's when I like kind of like getting into a room and there's a slight feeling of like, how the hell did I get here? Almost. It's like the world building feels a little bit of a what the hell sort
that's
of.
Cool.
I like a little mini odysseys like that. And I think after going through all that, now it's just like, okay, I think it's feature length. It's just like all or nothing for me now. I don't think I can stand to go without making a just all the way a feature length film moving forward. And I just want to have the pacing. I've got it down at the screenplay reverie. I think a lot of it's just like this personal ambition to just to go about all these scenes. Like the exact right actors and extras for that every scene calls for. Just the right location. I've got the location down basically, but just the timing at this rate is what I'm looking for. At the end of this month, I'll be making the calls and moving this project forward to film the earliest. I need to film I filmed about half of the early scenes, like basically all the character build up, and now I got 3 more character like origin stories I need to build up, and then I just want to get to the meat of it.
Hell yeah, man.
Summer is when I'm really planning on doing that. This is later on this year.
Yeah, and we all will help you in every way we can.
That means a lot, brother. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's cool though. It's been, between both of us, I really love our little film journey so far.
I do too, man. I do too. Maybe that's why things are slowing down, just because I think like the realization of that we're capable of this is just almost more and more powerful and significant to me now than ever before.
Yes.
I think it actually makes me slow down and just I don't know more than ever. I'm like I just want to do it wisely. It's like if I have this. I just want to do it right, I want to do everything right. And a lot of times, I think studying history of artists, man, it's like a lot of times the idea is often to slow down in the process. There's not really a rush. There's no deadline to it, which that in itself can be like a lot in itself. So it's like I think you just have to really go by your own calling. You have to really follow your instinct on these kind of projects. That's where I've been on my journey. I think a lot of it's just I tend to unleash a lot of things in the middle, but I just feel like I haven't hit my prime moment yet in a way with filming still yet. Like, do you feel that way too almost? Like, you feel like you still have something in you?
Hit the prime moment? I used to think my prime was, years ago, like, I used to think 2018 was a prime year for me. I was like, I'm never going to get that again. And I used to think 2022 was a prime year for me. As far as like just where making some stuff or that maybe even 2023 moment actually. I would say that little era 2022 to 23. But now I look at things, especially how the films have gone and how my life is, and just doing things more wisely now. I'm like, I feel like I'm just now. Oh, it's like I feel like I'm just beginning again.
It's a new beginning.
It's just kind of like
I know what you mean.
All right, that was a 10-year journey of really a lot of creatively and art and like self-discovery, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, well, now I feel like I know what I'm doing a little bit more.
Yeah, you need that. Well, it's like you need
So
that.
it's like-
you need that kickstart. But now it's like, yeah, there's just another. There's like there's just next levels you have to take it from there, you know. And I feel like that's what's
Yeah.
being called. It's just let's get to level 2. I
That's
think
what
I've
I'm saying.
been at level 1 for all this time. And I need to get to level 2 with it in a sense.
Yeah, I'm like, this is now things are okay. Now we know how to do some things and take things serious, and we've got some skill and experience under our belt. Like, all right, let's level up here. Let's see what we can make now. You know?
Yeah.
So, and I think I think what we've been doing for the last little bit here, and what's coming up is just going to be a great way to start showcasing that. You know,
You got
TV
that
Land, I
right.
feel like is going to be a really interesting one to showcase.
I cannot wait. Yeah, I think that's
So-
going to mean a lot, and I think that'll have a big voice and say, and I think where a lot of the film direction goes next.
Yeah.
This will be a huge
Yeah,
impact.
I think Cho was a really, really big, like, I want to take what I did with Cho and put it into Chica and stuff, you know. So there's a lot of
Dude, I can't
there's a
wait
lot
to
of cool
see Chica.
opportunity. Oh, I love this scene up here with Fargo.
Dude, man, this is one of the
Yeah,
best scenes of
this
Fargo.
is.
So basically, Steve Buscemi is getting down with the grandfather character. Yeah, this is extremely unpredictable, and man, it's just, what a scene! Just yelling at
Oh.
Oh.
It does. It feels kind of comical.
It's
just kind of like,
soupy,
what?
yeah.
Like,
It's like someone gets shot, and somehow they still pull it off to make it funny. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Oh man, this part's even more funny. It's just the way Steve Buscemi reacts to this.
Uh-huh.
He's better off being dead right here. That's like the worst. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he gets shot in the face, and he just survives it. It's like it
Yeah,
doesn't kill
that's
him.
what's crazy. He's like a little comic book character. Like,
He is
yeah,
a comic
cartoon
book. He
character
is
as well.
cartoony as
Yeah.
he gets. Yeah, oh, that's one of the best scenes of the
Damn.
movie. That is insanely chaotic and unpredictable.
Uh-huh.
It's like every time we rewatch it, it still just feels like, oh shit, you know this part's happening. And now it's just a blood fest. It's like everywhere he goes, he's just bleeding everywhere.
Yep.
Oh, it's so gory. Like that's the thing when you think about this movie, it's like, damn, there's like you said, a lot of insane like violence in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, ew, it's a gore fest.
Yeah, I mean, at the end there, when they roll up to the house and he's solid, throwing the body in
fucking
there.
wood
Yeah.
chipper.
Oh gosh, this is
Oh.
like, oh my god! Like I remember the first time watching, I was not expecting that. I was
Dude.
like, wow, that was
I always heard
that's
about it.
bloody.
I
I'm
didn't know
like,
the context. I didn't know it was
yeah.
going to be that severely insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's a great character piece all around. I mean, I was also like enjoying Frances McDormand and how like she's not even introduced until like 1/3 of the way into the movie. But yeah, like she's like a huge part of the heroic force just because it focuses so much on the bad guys in this movie. Between William H. Macy and Steve Buscemi, it's like, oh, this is so crazy. Yeah, like driving around, like God. And William H. Macy just dug himself in the worst hole imaginable in this movie. That's like so anxiety-inducing just to even think about being in his shoes and all this.
God, and he just sucks so bad.
sucks.
Because he really did. He dug himself that hole, like you said.
Yeah,
And
he-
it's kind of cringe watching.
It's
the whole
cringy,
thing.
man. He acts like a weasel through it, man.
Yeah.
Like it's really awkward and embarrassing. Yeah. Oh, man.
Gosh.
Oh, it's such a gore fest.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fargo's just one of the best.
Yeah,
of
it
all.
is,
This
man. Great movie.
This is
great movie.
perfect pacing. It's like again, I think that's a really influential tone to have in a lot of ways. Where it always feels like it's fast paced. It always feels like there's motion going on. But yet it still conveys like details. It doesn't shy away from like being detail oriented. I think that's a great tip to how to pace because I think that's also what's built up. Like I always want the pacing to be there in a way. I'm like really sensitive to what's aimless and what's not aimless. In
Yes.
filming. Now it's like don't be the aimless. I just don't want to be the aimless type of director at all. It's like I feel like that goes against the title as a director. It's like the whole idea is I think you want to know everything about what you're doing, and you want it to feel like it flows in consistent harmony from start to finish.
Yeah, absolutely.
It always has momentum. No slow parts.
Exactly. Everything has a reason to be there to get it to the next thing.
Yeah, 'cause I don't want that stiffness, like you said.
Yeah,
and in something I could be guilty of, and I think I'm trying to and I think these days I'm sensitive more and more is like the dry tone. It's like okay, there's a level of dry I'm very sensitive to, and it's almost like I don't know if I want my film to feel that dry, but then it's like I can see where that's part of my personality too, in a sense. So there's like lines I want to divide, just like. Okay, what part of my showcasing of it, And I think when you get to the best of it, it's like, oh, there's something brilliant there. And that's where I want to be more like the Coens than anything else, because it's like I think they're dry, but they're the dry I want to be like. Like they're fast paced about it. They're not like they just don't feel like they're too serious, even though their tone can be very serious sometimes. I feel like they don't get the feeling. I feel like they could be like goofballs just as much,
Right.
In a sense. Like I think that's a great place to be at
Yeah.
right there, because often comedy's like a perfect saving grace for like maybe not seeming stiff. It's like sometimes I think it can feel serious if they're like, okay, there's just no humor to this movie at all. Sometimes that works. Sometimes that's what it needs. But I don't know. I think a lot of times, like I want to always have maybe a sense of humor to my tone in a sense. Like
yeah, I've been really wanting to incorporate more humor in my movies.
absolutely, I think that's always a great call.
Yeah. So
Yeah, 'cause you got a great sense of humor, man. I feel like you're like a comedian at heart. I
think it's just because I grew up with comedy as my as my movie genre
Yeah.
of choice. You know,
Yeah.
like I didn't start watching horror movies till I was like in high school, you know, and in college. Really,
I feel like you almost seem like more like a horror director at first. But I feel like your personality. I feel like you have a subtle sense of comedy about you.
I think it's just watching comedies and like dramas essentially growing up, you know, and just having like always finding the heart and joy of like stories and characters. And so like It's a Wonderful Life, Wizard of Oz, those two movies are like a big stem of my coming up, you know, like growing up, and things like that. So, I think all that kind of really wants to come out in my movies somewhere and finds a little snippet, but I'm trying to find like a movie where I could just really, really lean in on all that.
Dude,
you know?
absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
and TV Land, I think, is my blend of all that, you know.
Yeah.
But I am throwing a cool horror sequence in it too. So,
can't wait, bro.
Yeah.
I can't wait, dude. That's amazing. Yeah, but I was curious, like when you look back, also maybe another thought on your filmography is which one has been the most challenging to go about when you look back at all of them? What do you think has been the most difficult film to make?
Probably The Gifted.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
That looked like a tough one. It looked ambitious.
It was so ambitious, and it was just like, I think it just got so. It became a lot. It really did become a lot. There was such an ensemble cast. Every scene was an ensemble cast, essentially, you know, and that means it's just like the more actors and more crew and all that stuff, and it's just like, you know, getting the church stuff, the church sequences, that was a whole thing, you know. I think we put in like 12-hour days for all those days of shooting. We shot the whole movie in 4 days. It was like, so but you know, 2 days in Knoxville, and then going to Philly like a few months later, and then shooting those 2 scenes, which were arguably much more stuff going on in it. It just was a lot, man, and I think I was really not upset with myself, but I just remember feeling conflicted a lot. I think I was really frustrated during that shoot a lot, you know. But it was exciting, and I was having good times with good people. But I do remember just being very frustrated with the process, and then afterwards, like I felt like it almost broke me. Like I was like, God, dude, you know, fuck this.
Yeah.
So probably The Gifted, but.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see just thinking about all of that. Yeah, a lot of that seems like that was an extraordinarily ambitious one to make.
Yeah, and but it's you know, that was all good. It's all good growing pains now looking back at it.
Yeah, that's great. Looking at it right there. Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, I think probably the most difficult for me is probably fallacy in a lot of ways. I think it was taking me a while.
I can imagine that.
I think the editing process particularly was like
that was me in The Gifted too.
Stressful.
The editing was insanely difficult.
Yeah.
I was just
I was never 100% satisfied. Like looking back, I don't know if I was ever 100% comfortable with that.
Right.
In a way, I think I never. I don't know. It's like now I think I seriously.
You got a ton of stuff going on in that movie too.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Kinds of scenes. Yeah,
there's a lot going on there. Yeah, it was a little bit, maybe a little disorganized how I was going about it too. It was a little all over the place. So I think that's what I think now. It's just like I kind of just need to follow the organization of the screenplay that was written. And I think I've learned to kind of do that because I think in itself, it's like we talk about how filming and editing is a different feeling. Well, now I'm kind of seeing it like the screenwriting and the filming process also seems very different. You know, it's like so screenwriting I think unlocks like a superhero that's like ahead of my time basically in a sense, and it's like. I don't know, it's almost like just waiting for the right time to live up 100% to the persona I wrote out.
Yeah. One of the biggest advices for myself as I write is to write what you know and write to shoot. So like write within your means, you know. So it's like if I had to write an intense scene based around this room, like then I could probably write out that intense scene and shoot it really intensely to make it that edit very intense, you know. So it's like, but if you kind of write with a lot of unknown variables or variables that you can't achieve just yet or have in place, and then when it comes down to shooting, you end up changing a lot of things or adapting to what adapting to things that are like different than what you perceive. So it just becomes like a different beast, and then the editing kind of gets frustrating because you weren't prepared for the shoot, you know, in that sense. Just things kind of just you don't think of something, you know, that right then and there. So the editing kind of starts becoming challenging, you know.
Yeah,
so,
it does.
But they all, you know, and I say write what you can within your means, you know, to a degree. You know, obviously every time we still write, we have to change things, but I just think that's like a big help if you can kind of write to variables you're almost 99 to 100% sure you can have for the set, for the scene, and and then like how you want to shoot it. Because a lot of times when I'm writing now is like I think of the shot what I want in my head. Everyone's always like, do you have a storyboard? I'm like, no. Like, I just have it in my head. I just like I don't like story. I mean, like if I had someone who would want to do all the storyboards for me, that'd be something. But I personally just kind of have an idea what I want it to look like.
I'm the
in
same
my
way,
head,
dude.
You know?
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
I've
so
never
I just
wanted
want
to
to
do
convey
that.
that the best I can, and when we
because
get
part
there.
of the aesthetic's like the underground feeling, and some of that you can't really even foreshadow 100%. Like a lot of it is just you fully sensing the moment when you're in the moment of filming.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like you almost. It can almost taint it to like to plan out what every single detail looks like in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can only get your aesthetic if you're just being in the moment about it. It's kind of what I realized about it
Yeah.
too. I think it's like I just like to be in the moment with filming. I don't like the storyboard. I don't like to overplan it.
Yeah,
just follow
and I
the
think
script
that's just being a big dreamer, man. Just just a big like, kind of always wanting to have, this fun and fantasy entertainment thing in your head. Like what you would do in a movie, like how your movie would look like. Life is a movie sometimes. All these things of just like all these dreams that you have going on in your head, and you want to you just want to get to it and be like, okay, how do we make that happen? In a sense. So it's like, yeah, being on set right then and there and figuring it out is kind of like part of the process. And like in these, moments where it's like we don't have someone being like, we don't have an art department demanding a storyboard, So
Yeah.
it's like everything is within ourselves to create what we want.
Yeah.
So we just kind of have fun with it and go with it.
Yeah,
It's just
exactly.
like,
I mean, just like
go with the flow.
Exactly. I mean, a good example of that was like TV Land. I feel like we were just going out there. You and Lucas were filming, just getting in the moment entirely.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of that was improvised. I feel
absolutely,
like. I felt
it was
100%.
I didn't know what farm we were going to be at. I didn't know
Yeah.
what the location looked like. I had some pictures, but once we got out there, it was like, wow, okay, well, what do we do with this? And then I saw those two towers, those two like electrical towers, and I was like, I have the first shot. I was just like, let's go. So that's and I really love the shots in that sequence, man. I mean, but we just kind of went there and figured it out. I didn't know, I couldn't tell you how I was going to draw that out.
Yeah, dude, that stuff's breathtaking, man. I'm excited to see like all that with the soundtrack included. Enemy on Tape's been really rocking it with those soundtracks.
Dude, I love working with Enemy on Tape.
You're amazing.
Yeah, this is our fourth Gifted Original Sin show. Yeah, TV Land. This is our fourth collaboration, and we really know how to communicate with each other now about like, and they really like can see my vision right away just off a rough cut, and it's just like we connect instantly. And anything that they put out, I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, you know exactly what I want. So it's great. It's great. But yeah, man. Well,
Yeah, that's cool, man.
all good stuff. All good stuff. I'm excited. What comes next?
Yeah, I'm excited to see where this journey goes. That's all I'm feeling. Yeah, I'm
We'll
really.
make a movie like Fargo one day.
That's what I'm saying. Literally, that's a dream right there. I think that's a dream. Because I feel like that's just the way. Like right now, my goal's been like the Blue Velvet feeling. I'm like Fargo. I think was itself very influenced by Blue Velvet. You feel that small town aesthetic, just unpredictable. Like
Yeah,
just
I can see
chaos,
that.
chaos everywhere, exploring the underground of chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And then I guess that includes maybe to wrap it up on our film journeys and maybe to get into stuff we've watched recently.
Yeah,
Just
I know
curious-
we're already at an hour and 6.
I know we got a lot of time out of that.
Yeah,
so.
we did, but that's
Yeah.
all right. I think this is our 15th episode or something, and we've been doing a lot lately, and I think it's a good way. It's always good to kind of take a minute to reflect. And,
Yeah,
and
I feel like a
kinda talk.
reflecting kind of mood. Yeah, that was the mood I was in.
Reflect, and because we can talk movies any day.
Yeah.
We're always gonna be able to talk movies, but like sometimes you just gotta sit down and kind of
Just look at ourselves.
look at everything,
Yeah.
and talk about the ups and downs of everything, and how to move, how to keep going and get excited to keep going.
Exactly.
And stuff,
Yeah, that was a good reflection on our
Yeah.
filmographies. I thought.
so.
So what have you watched recently?
So I've only watched I've watched 2 movies, and I'm in the middle of watching one right now.
Right
So first movie I checked out was a rewatch of After Hours.
Oh, bro,
Yeah,
that's one of
dude.
the all-time greatest movies.
You know what? I loved it so much more than the first time I watched it.
Dude,
This time
it really
was
gets
so
better every
great.
time.
It is just a true kind of like midnight movie of like weird encounters all
It
night.
is in
and
the truest sense. It's
yeah.
like so 80s in the way it gets.
It
The
is.
best kind of 80s.
And it's so different than anything else I've seen of Scorsese.
It is different.
It's just like a really kind of
It's more quirky.
yeah. It's a kind of a offbeat atmosphere the whole time.
It is
but,
off the whole time.
Um,
Like just
so-
meeting all kinds of characters and basically just unable to get away from just inevitably something.
inevitably something happens after.
Man, it gets dark sometimes. It gets really, really dark. Like the whole Patricia Arquette character, man. I keep thinking about how weird all that gets as it goes, man. That escalates big time.
And then like going back and forth between like the dude having his keys and stuff like that, you know, like and like I always think everyone's like, you know, like that bartender. I'm like, man, this guy's out to get him. You know? But he's just kind of like a weird dude.
Yeah.
And then like. He's like just beating the cash register just over and over and over again, and it's just so awkward. And then he's like, don't have my keys. And it's just like, but what if we get a rush? And then when he comes back, the bar's closed. It's just like, you know, it's just like, what the hell
it's
is
just
happening?
One thing after another. Seriously.
Oh man, the whole movie is so weird.
It is weird,
it's
man.
It's just really really fun. So
it's so crazy.
Absolutely loved it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Want to watch it.
It's just basically a one night. Just how does a small thing escalate to something huge?
I really like the main actor too.
Me too. Yeah. I'm trying to remember his name. Paul Hackett's the character. Griffin Dune. Griffin Dune's
I don't know if I've seen him anything.
Yeah, only other thing I've heard of him in was American Werewolf in London. I know he was.
Oh,
in that
was him.
Yeah, he was in that.
Okay, yeah.
I think he was very distinctively in the '80s. I don't think he was in a lot of big stuff though. But
that makes sense.
After Hours was cool, man. I know that Scorsese collaborated with like a college student on writing that, so that was like
cool.
It gave it a real youthful edge. I felt like.
Yeah, it does feel youthful.
It's like a guy in his 20s, just I don't know, just kind of living it up in a city downtown, and then just all right, shit hits the fan. He loses $20 out the cab, and it all goes to shit. It all goes to shit crazy from there.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, like meeting all. Like,
the cab driver comes back. He's like, "Oh man, you wouldn't believe it." Or he's like, "I got the $20 back." He's like, "Thanks." See you next time. He just drives off, dude.
Oh man, it's so great. Yeah, like Cheech and Strong have cameos. Like they're really funny in that. Kathleen O'Hara's in it. Is a great. So good, man. Yeah, that's I think it's one of his best movies.
Absolutely, thoroughly enjoyed it. So that was a watch, and then speaking of Kathleen O'Hara, the second movie I watched was just the other night called Home Fries.
Yeah, you mentioned that to me briefly.
Dude.
I'm extremely interested in this.
1998. I can't remember the director's name, but Vince Gilligan wrote it.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
man.
which I was really surprised when I saw that. I was like, oh, cool. But it's got Luke Wilson, Drew Barrymore, Kathleen O'Hara, and even Shelley Duvall is in it.
Oh man!
And it's dude, it's such a. It is a cool, quirky, fun, and kind of dark comedy movie.
I really want to see that.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's like it's not like a masterpiece by all means, but it feels like a really almost I could see almost like a Coen Brothers kind of influence to it. Like it's basically Kathleen O'Hara. I really particularly like Kathleen O'Hara because she basically sets her sons up to scare the stepfather who's cheating on her, and they accidentally kill him. He has a heart attack and he dies, and Kathleen O'Hara is hell bent on finding who the mistress was, and the mistress was Drew Barrymore, and she's pregnant with the child.
Oh man!
So Luke Wilson is the stepson of the dude that died, but the boyfriend of the mistress. Like he likes Drew Barrymore, and it's just like it's a whole. It would be like stepbrother of the baby. So it's like a whole dynamic. He likes her. Kathleen O'Hara's after her. He has a brother that's like absolutely like lunatic, dude, and it's really quirky and it's fun. But
this sounds great, dude.
Yeah.
I really want to see it. Yeah,
I recommend it. It's really fun.
Yeah, it looks like it's got a lot of late '90s flair about it.
Yeah, and it's kind of got like a midwestern kind of tone to it because it's got on like a small town, like almost like a desert army town.
That's great. Yeah.
So it's a good movie. I highly recommend that.
Right on. The director is Dean Parisot, who also did Galaxy Quest and the remake of Fun with Dick and Jane.
Oh, cool! I've seen both of those.
Yeah, right on.
I need to rewatch Galaxy Quest.
I need to see it. I've not seen that.
I watched it one time a long time ago, but I remember like I thought it was really fun.
Right
I was
on.
like, oh, I think,
it looks like a fun one.
Yeah. But Fun with Dick and Jane is pretty fun too.
Dude,
you know,
that is a fun one. Yeah, I like that one. I need to rewatch. I don't remember.
Yeah, I
much.
haven't seen it in a while.
I've never seen it in theaters, and I haven't thought about it in ages.
Yeah, it's not like the best like. Kind of like I think like Yes Man's probably better than like something like in that like era of Jim Carrey movies.
Yeah,
but it's all right. I think it's pretty good for the most part.
For sure.
And then the last movie that I'm currently watching, I've got about 45 minutes left on. It's a long one. Is Cloud Atlas.
Man, yeah, I really want to see this movie. I'm extremely interested.
Oh, there's the wood chipper.
Dude, gross.
Yeah, it's
so
crazy
insane.
In the snow and everything.
No,
isn't
that crazy?
It is chaotic. It's like well, you can't clean that up.
I know. Shoot. What it means. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Cloud Atlas. That is I'm head scratching. I mean, I'm not head scratching because I'm following along, but I'm really just like I'm at this point in this movie where it's about 2 hours in. and there's still 45 minutes left, and it's such an ensemble, big, multi-story movie that's going on. I'm trying to find what is connecting all of this, because it just kind of feels like a collection of stories. But the thing that's tripping me out is all the actors are playing different characters in different timelines and different, like, scenarios and things like that. So it's like Tom Hanks is playing like 6 or 7 characters, and Halle Berry is doing the same thing, and Hugo Weaving and Hugh Grant.
That sounds complex.
Yeah, it's very complex, and they're all different. Like, one's in like the super advanced future. One's in like 87 or something like that. One's in 2012. One's in 1972, and it's like there's all these things going on, and it's just like,
I've heard it's quite an ensemble epic.
Yeah, it's a pretty big epic, and I'm just trying to, like, I guess I keep asking, what's the point of all of this? I'm like, what's the point of all of these stories? Like, because I was like, are these the same characters but different, like, reincarnations of them, or are they all connected in some weird universal, like, thing? But I don't know. It might just be like a random display of stories with the actors doing different things, in each scene, or different stories, just playing different characters, which is cool too. But I'm gonna finish it and get my final thoughts on that. But it's interesting. It is interesting. Wachowskis. Wachowskis. Yep. It is. I'm not hating it at all, but I wouldn't say I am loving it. I'm just more interested right now with it.
I've heard so many mixed things about it too. I've heard the most, like, some people love it, some people are like, yeah, what's the point of that movie? Kind of thing. I've heard it. I've really heard a lot of middle of the road reactions about it. So
I'm really curious of how it's going to land by the end of it for me. But so far, it's like I like it enough to be interested in it and appreciate for what it is. Because like at this point, if the movie ended right now, I would like it enough to say I've watched it and talk about it, but I don't know if I'd watch it again, because I'm kind of like, well, I mean, I think it's interesting enough to watch again, but I'm not in. It's one of those weird kind of movies. If it was
on, exhausting.
I don't know. I have to finish it, but
it seems like a lot.
It is a lot. But the aesthetics are really cool. I kind of like the aesthetics value of everything. There's a couple stories, like one again in the future, and one's like on a pirate or like a sailboat, in the middle of the ocean, and and Tom Hanks is playing all these different kind of characters. Everyone's like playing all these different roles that are like really complex, interesting too. So Hugh Grant, I have been really enjoying though.
That's super cool.
And Hugo Weaving, yeah, they're both I've been like really liking. So
that's super cool.
Yeah, interesting movie, Cloud Atlas. I will get back to you on the final thoughts.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait, man. I got to check it out for myself and let you know what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I've watched quite a few over the past week. As usual, I like to kind of have my marathon days. I had a big one here, but I'll just name drop a few here. Rewatched Evil Dead 2, and that just reinstated my love for Sam Raimi.
I've never seen Evil Dead 2.
Oh, recommend it, dude. It's a blast. Have you seen the first one?
Yeah, I've seen the first one.
Oh, dude, I think that's probably still my personal favorite one in a sense, because I think that's a perfect like horror comedy. Well, this one's more of a straight up comedy, but the way it's directed it's extremely well directed. It just feels like that low budget kind of horror. Even reminded me a lot of what you're doing with the Chica trailer. Like, just felt like very like horror, very like ambiguous in a lot of ways, but it's like really good directing. That late 80s aesthetic value and early 90s is kind of there. And I was kind of curious, like, what your favorite Sam Raimi film is, if you had to choose one.
Oh,
in general.
I always hate trying to come up with I have to look at a list.
I know it's a tough one.
It's always hard for me. I have to like look at a list.
He's made a lot of them.
I know.
The Evil Deads, the Spider-Mans.
Oh yeah, of course, Spider-Man.
Yeah. So mine's probably Spider-Man 2. But either Spider-Man 2 or the first Evil Dead.
Spider-Man 2 is always a favorite of mine.
It's tough to beat that one. That's still one of the best superhero movies.
Yeah, Evil Dead 2. I've never seen Evil Dead 2. I like Drag Me to Hell a lot. It's not my favorite,
though. I want
to
see that one. Is it kind of funny?
Drag Me to Hell? No, it's more of a horror movie.
Straight up
horror. And Justin Long's in it.
Cool.
Dude, it's good, man. The ending is fucking gnarly.
Yeah,
I mean, I would say Spider-Man 2 for sure.
That'd probably be my favorite.
Yeah, because I really do like the Evil Dead, but if I had to pick one of the two, I'm probably watching Spider-Man. So, I really want to watch Darkman.
Dude, yeah, that's a great one. I saw that one once. It needs a rewatch. That was great. And then he also did one called A Simple Plan, because he was heavily
I just saw that. Yeah. What is that movie?
That's a weird one, man. And firstly, he was very associated with the Coen brothers a lot, the 80s and 90s. So that was kind of him taking on the Coen's formula. basically just a really offbeat kind of like crime plot gone wrong. I mean, very similar to Fargo, actually.
Yeah.
Just more serious though. I'd say it's a pretty serious kind of dry tone it gets, but it's a great one all the same.
Okay.
It's just well written.
I gotta watch. I never heard of that one.
Yeah, like Billy Bob Thornton is like kind of an insane one in that. Bridget Fonda, and what was his, Bill Paxton. Yeah, Bill Paxton's great in that. Yeah, it's a great movie. Yeah, just kind of like just they basically got a bunch of money stolen and everyone disagrees on what to do with it, kind of thing, and it just escalates. It's a really intense. It's a really dark movie.
Huh?
But yeah, Sam Raimi gets a great dark tone across.
Yeah.
In that. He's
I want to see
doing
his new movie, Send Help.
Me too. Yeah, I've been hearing good things about that
Yeah.
too. Yeah, I'm very interested in that.
Yeah, he did the Doctor Strange movie, Multiverse of Madness.
That's right. He did, didn't he? I need to see that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, like, for Marvel stuff, it's probably one of the better of the last couple phases they've been doing. And it's really fun to watch Sam Raimi with Marvel again. You know, that's great. So it's got a cool horror element to it as well. But yeah, I liked it. It's not like a perfect movie at all, but it's because it's Marvel and Doctor Strange and they've got their own thing going on. But Sam Raimi did a good job.
Right on. That's super cool. Yeah, Sam Raimi's awesome, dude. He's a favorite.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, then another one I ended up rewatching. I was surprised. I think it was because of Silver Linings Playbook. It made me think of another movie from 2012 I loved called Perks of Being a Wallflower. I was curious if you ever seen that.
I have not seen that one.
That's a great one, actually. Yeah, that's a great kind of just story about just growing up, just like later parts of high school, just. Yeah, it's just a great character piece all around. Kind of just about, I don't know, just almost like finding yourself in just a free-spirited kind of way. And I think the movie's just very honest about just the purity of just kind of meeting those people. End up being a time once in your life.
There's always a little charm to that.
There's a charm to that, yeah. And I think I was like, that's pretty timeless. I could see that in like myself and like all the friends I have currently. Like I could just see a lot of elements of that movie. It's like, wow, that is like a kind of a feel-good note in its own sort of way. Like it does some like melancholic elements, but then it's ultimately an uplifting sort of note it's on.
For sure.
I love that tone.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, I love that one an awful lot. Yeah, I rewatched a lot on Friday the 13th. I think that was a day I was off work, so I just splurged. I watched like almost 20 movies that day alone.
Jeez,
I really went insane that day. Started off with like Toy Story of all movies.
Okay.
I was like, dude,
I love Toys. I've seen Toy Story 1, 2, and 3 the last probably about a dozen times in the last year because of Augie.
Imagine, dude. I bet Augie really gets you.
Oh, dude, he loves it so much, and it made me love the movies again even more. Like I haven't seen it in a long time, so I've been rewatching them. And dude, Toy Story 1 and 2 are amazing, and 3 is pretty good. I mean, 3 is amazing also, honestly. But 3, I think. Would you say 1 or 2 is your favorite? I think 2 is my favorite.
I think 1 probably, but they're all equal. I mean 2 is just as good.
I know 1 is like 1 holds a very special place in my heart.
It does. It has a uniquely special place. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I feel strangely very attached to that whole series. I watched them a lot growing up myself, so I think as an adult now, I was like, well, it's just timeless. Pixar really does make it for all ages. I really feel that when I watch Pixar movies.
I agree.
So you can be any age and love this stuff.
I agree. Yeah.
Inviting, man.
Toy Story 5's coming out.
Oh, are you serious?
Did you see the trailer?
God, I can't imagine.
Yeah,
it seems like it was over after 3, really. I
know 4 was it's okay.
It was pretty good. I mean, it was like it felt like an expansion pack. Like, I feel like 3 kind of perfectly tied up the whole story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Almost to such a degree that it's like I don't know if they need these sequels.
Yeah.
It sounds like a cash. I mean, we'll see. Maybe they'll pull it off. But yeah, I ended up watching like that, and then another one is Anchorman, dude. I rewatched Anchorman. That's still one of my favorite comedies.
That's still such a fun one, man.
That's a groundbreaking.
There's so many like just
old school one for me.
Memorable moments in that movie.
There are. It's just one great moment after another, quite literally, man. I absolutely love all the actors, man. Like I mean, Will Ferrell, of course, is the big one. And then like Steve Carell's in that is great. I mean, he's so funny.
Dude, that big fight they all have in the alley.
Oh, that's the best scene.
That's the best scene, dude.
Oh, it's so great. You have all these random actors showing up.
Yeah,
like
Ben Stiller, Vince Vaughn. Yeah, you got Owen Wilson, Luke Wilson.
God.
I mean, they're all
so funny.
Everyone's there.
And it's like everything they say is hilarious. I swear that movie
is
just
like one ridiculous insult after another.
It is, dude. It's just all over the place as far as just funny, man. Like,
I've
never seen anything like it, dude. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a great. Yeah, that whole battle sequence is great. One of my favorite sequences is also that the bit with Jack Black. Whenever he sees him on a motorcycle, it just
made me wreck my bike.
Tell me something you love.
Yeah.
And he talks about how he loves his dog Baxter, and he's like, "All right, now this is happening."
It's so good.
And I thought that'd be a great note to conclude on. I think that's enough movies for me. But I was also just thinking about you've got a great history of like owning pets in general.
Dude.
Just to open up a little about your pet history.
Pet history?
Yeah, yeah. I thought it'd be a good note to conclude on. Make it a little different.
I mean, yeah, I've owned pets my whole life, and for some reason, I keep owning pets because there's been opportunities in my life where I'd never had to own a pet, and it's nice not having that responsibility because, gosh, you just don't realize how much work goes into having a pet, and then you get one and you're like, I wish I didn't have a dog. I wish I didn't have a cat. It's like, but Like, oh man, when you met me, I had my dog Lily.
That's right. I
She was a
remember
border
that.
collie, and I've always had Blue. I got him when I first moved to Knoxville, so he's coming on like 10. He's like 10 years
Yeah,
old
he's
now.
an old.
Yeah, but I had them for the longest time, and Turkey slowly came in the picture, so she's the second cat, and then Lily passed away, and I didn't have a dog for over a year, and it was almost 2 years, and it was honestly kind of a breath of fresh air not having a dog. I've had dogs for my whole life. I'm telling you, I've never not had a dog, so it was kind of like, okay, this is like, I was sad, of course, but I was just like, after a while, after all that grief, starts to, you go on back with your normal life, you're just like, oh yeah, not having to worry about a dog at home is kind of nice.
Yeah.
You don't have to come back home, check on him every once in a while or whatever. But
Yeah.
but then I ended up getting Bandit, dude, and he's a fucking monster,
Yeah,
dude.
he's insane.
I've battled myself so many times to have someone else adopt him, because I just can't handle him sometimes. He's a true blue healer.
He's
and we have 3 cats now, so it's 3 cats and a dog, man, and it's a lot, dude. I have a whole. It's my house is like a farm or like a circus, dude. It's just, it's just always on.
Oh man, I love it.
But I love having animals. They're very comforting to me. I think they help with my anxiety. They help with my just to have something to care for. One thing about me is I like to care for someone or something, like I want to take care of someone or something. So I'm like, having animals helps with that and stuff. So, and they're just good companions, man. They're just really good companions. But yeah, I gotta maybe I don't know. Now in my 30s, it's more exhausting having pets now for sure.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I can imagine. Yeah, dude. Yeah, pets can be a lot.
I'm surprised you don't have like a cat or something.
I know. I actually really want to get one. I realized I think I'm more of a cat guy than
I think
a
a
dog.
cat would help you at have something at home.
Well,
It's
some
always
company.
like I remember living by myself. Pets were always great.
I think that's built up. I was like, I'd like to have some cats.
Yeah,
actually.
companion, like feline, or canine friend is always just like it takes the loneliness down just a little bit. You're just kind of like, I love at least I'm not really alone. I've got my little buddy.
I got
here,
my fur ball. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So there's something about having a companion that's that really fits you and caters to you, like loves you and wants to do everything you're doing. So it's cool. So yeah, I could see you with a cat one day.
It's gonna happen. Yeah, absolutely.
You think so?
Oh, 100%.
You've been thinking about one?
I have been thinking about it. Yeah, probably sometime soon. Honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have enough. Yeah, I could handle it. I think.
Cats. And that's the thing. Like if you're out for like a work day, 8 hours or something like that, cats take care of themselves.
Yeah.
Like as long as they've got a litter box that's clean, food and water, they will just chill. They will, and that's cool if you have a cat by yourself too. It's like with just a cat, then you can like kind of set the apartment up with like different like cat toys and like a tree and stuff like that. That way it's like they can at least entertain themselves too when you're not there. So most of the time they just sleep though. They just sleep and hang out.
Oh, I love it, dude.
Yeah,
that's great.
Cats are the most.
It's like they're
maintenance.
mellow. They feel kind of mellow. Yeah.
And there's no denying like a cat's purr is like one of the best. It's just
I know, that is
having a
soothing.
cat lay on you and just purr.
Because there's like
it's
always a
just
mystique value. It's like, how the hell do cats do that?
Yeah.
It's like, how do they hold a
Yeah,
purr for
dude.
like? It's like, man, like this is like it's like an inhuman thing to do. Literally, it's like,
well,
how do you
they're
just
not
hold a purr for? Yeah. It's just like, damn, they have something we don't, man. That's cool. That's crazy.
Yeah, cats are interesting, man.
They are, man.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe Blake gets a cat.
Yeah, that just might happen soon. Yeah, I'm now we're talking about. I really want one now.
Yeah. I always love going to shelters and looking at the animals there.
Yeah.
And then I get really sad because I want to help so many
I know,
animals.
dude. I
It's
get that way
hard.
too. Yeah,
It's
it
really
does feel
hard
sad.
picking a pet. That's
is
the
sad.
thing.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I got Lily, I went to shelters a few times and just it's just like something in your gut. It's like this isn't right, like that's not the one, whatever. And then finally I think it was like one of my last times I went and went to go look. I was looking at the dogs and there was Lily. She was like I think she was only like a year old or something at the time. And she was just chasing her tail in the little kennel and just having herself a little time. And I was like, hello. I said, I think this is the one. I just kind of felt I was just drawn to her, and I picked her up. My test with all animals is if they let me pick them up, because it's like if they let me pick them up and they're comfortable with me holding them, then we're gonna bond. So it's like I picked her up, see if she let me hold her, and she just did. She just laid her little tongue out and just looking at me and just let me scratch her belly and everything. And I was like, this is it. And I just walked her around, and I just was instantly in love with her.
I love it, dude.
Blue was the same way. I walked around. So many cats. And then I just kind of saw Blue, and I saw this cat just kind of looking at me and like rubbing his chin against the bars and stuff. And I was like, let me go in the room with this guy. And I took him in there and held him. He loved it. He got on my shoulder. We were playing. I just felt the bond right away, and I was like, "This is it. This is the one." So,
that's awesome.
You'll feel it if you find the right one. If you want a pet.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Yeah, just feel it out. Find the one you connect with personally.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I want to go to shelter soon. Figure it. Yeah, it's like it's tough, but it'd be worth it to find a great one.
Yeah.
Someone
might help.
Agreed.
All right. Well, thanks for sticking with us. We discussed a lot of more personal film stuff, film journeys this time around, but I think it's fun to reflect on that too. And we had some movies to watch. We'll catch you on the next one though. And Reel to Reel, thanks for following.
Thank you. Till next time.
Yep.